down an apple every day, keeping doctors homebound. Using the word they can be more than a pronoun.
And if you don't pray, they be breaking the quotes out.
So they say, so they say.
Be a good boy, Johnny, don't you ever play with.
So they say, so they say.
You gotta crawl before you walk and walk before you run.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you.
Here we go.
To the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. They've got Sabonis, smooth out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Jay in at the 4th spot. Smooth, that's good.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star Game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star Week.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
First quarter, just over a minute played.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, you know, that was out of his reach anyway, so I don't even know why he made that effort. No need to commit the foul there.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Embiid. Smooth misses. East All-Stars on offense. Antetokounmpo passes to Embiid over Sabonis. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Giannis.
Love the confidence from Joel. He gets the ball and knows exactly what he's going to do with it before he gets it.
Here's Smooth, covered by Cunningham.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
On the wing, Mitchell. Antetokounmpo dishes to Embiid, and it goes down 2 points. Embiid's got 6 points.
Once he gets that low, there's nothing you can do about it. Embiid is a major handful inside.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So it's the West now. 4-point game. Here's Smooth, covered by Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Smooth passes to Jay. That 3 off the mark.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And he throws it down.
Pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down.
Here's Smooth, covered by Cunningham. Here's Smooth. The shot, no good. Cunningham with some nice D. Mitchell outside. A three-pointer's right on target.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Smooth. And nothing is falling for him right now. And so Giannis will bring it up for the East. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Rick Carlisle.
He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Outside Tatum. From outside the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Smooth. Cunningham with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Maxi's checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Doncic is checked in for Gilgeous Alexander. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. Edwards, he's checked in for the West.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Here's Maxey. It's tipped. They recover it. The West trails by 10. Here's Smooth. He's got 6. Pass to Jay. Clock at 6. Traps in the tray. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
And so here are the West All-Stars. Following the three-pointer by Tyrese Maxey. Three-pointer. Jay misses.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now here's Tatum. And it's Mitchell missing. Here's Smooth, guarded by Tatum. And the rejection by Tatum. Brown is checked in for Mitchell.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Smooth. And he drives in. And the rejection by Giannis.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Smooth. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. 6 on the shot clock. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. And the basket by Jay.
And that's a nice exchange between teammates there. I mean, they really work well together, whether it's All-Star Week or the regular season.
You know, really pretty fresh they get to share this stage together tonight. I mean, they've both helped each other to get here, and now they're going to keep helping each other.
Here's Brown, following the three-point basket by the West All-Stars. Over Edwards. And it's Brown missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Maxey. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. The three from Tatum. Cans it from downtown. Tatum's got his second bucket of the night.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Smooth. He's got 8. Here's Jay. And
and not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Maxey out there with Mitchell. Then there's Carroll. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Adebayo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. So they foul intentionally. The East making a switch. Cunningham's checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the West. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. Mitchell finds Cunningham. Jokic craps the miss.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Smooth checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Substitution on the court.
The West trails by 11. Here's Smooth.
Tell you what, a lot of shimmying and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground. That's
on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Now, here's Cunningham. Tight defense on him. The tray gets the three-pointer to fall. Cunningham's got 5 points so far.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
Now, here's Mitchell. He has 5. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Smooth, covered by Cunningham. Here's Smooth. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Siakam is checked in for the East.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Mitchell outside. Siakam sets a screen for Mitchell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Smooth. Floats it up for Jokic. That shot no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Cunningham kicks to Mitchell. Down low. Here's Brown. It's deflected. Here's Smooth. 16 points for him. Williamson a screen on Brown. Here's Smooth. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Smooth's got 18 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense.
Timeout.
You got to be tougher defensively.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the East with some changes. Embiid comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Maxey subbed in for Brown. The West also making some changes. Jay's checked in for Williamson. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Luka Doncic. And Curry subbed in for Smooth.
For his size, Embiid shouldn't be this good from range. I mean, that just speaks to his raw talent.
Now Curry hasn't made one yet. Pass to KD. Clock at 4. Curry kicks to KD. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. Count it. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stakes for the East All-Stars?
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And also, how about the way they decimated the opposition on the offensive glass, getting an impressive number of second chance points.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Bankero. Smooth checked in for the West.
And we've seen Mitchell go up against much larger defenders throughout his career. And the reason he makes it look so easy is because of that 6'10" wingspan. Keep in mind, he stands at 6'1", but that's incredible length at his height.
Durant, no good. The East leading by 14. And here's Tatum for 3. They grab their own miss. Embiid. It's deflected. Fast break. Here comes the West.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Maxey. No good on the triple. The West trails by 12. Here's Smooth. He's got 20. He's feeling it. And nope. Good. Trying to use the glass. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the East. Tatum finds Embiid. Good ball movement here by the East. Mitchell outside. Fast break. Here comes the West. Lays it in off the breakaway. And it's 8 points for Jay. Now the East All-Stars with it. 10-point lead. Cunningham on the wing. Outside, Maxey. Jokic against Embiid. Back to Maxey. Lets the three fly. Buries the long-range jumper. Maxey's got his second bucket of the night.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Smooth, that's good.
Timeout.
No resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Jaylen Brown checked in for Mitchell. possession. 11-point game. Brown outside. And the three off target. And so here are the West All-Stars. Here's Smooth. 22 points for him. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Poke loose. He lobs it up. Pass to Maxey. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And another miss by the East.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Now Brown. Maxey on the wing. Cunningham on the wing. And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
The East making a switch. Ball's checked in. And West also making a switch. Williamson's checked in. Now here's Embiid. He's got 11. It's the three-point bomb. Ball's got the lead up to 14 now for the East All-Stars. Here's Smooth. And taken away by Brown. And here we go. The East with a fast break. Pulls up. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Brown. Ball's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, I love the feel Ball has when he should pull up or pass or whatever decision he has to make. His pace is outstanding.
The West All-Stars have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And the East with some changes. Giannis, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Ball. Then for the West All-Stars, Jokic comes in for Williamson. And Sabonis is checked in for Durant. Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 8. Cunningham passes to Tatum. That's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Stolen by Mitchell. There's a minute 40 left to play in the first half. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Smooth passes to Jay. It's stolen by Cunningham. Tatum on the wing. Tatum with another miss.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Can't hit from in close. Here's Smooth. And a great assist by Gilgeous Alexander as that one goes in. Smooth's got 27 points. Pass to Embiid. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of the game. Puts it up from 12. And Jokic with the rebound.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And able to get himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Gilgeous Alexander. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Now here's Curry. No scoring in this one. There's the triple. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the East All-Stars. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Back right after this.
center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're thinking about the shot.
One half remaining in the NBA All-Star game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Jokic is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Smooth. And it's Jay in at the small forward position.
And the All-Star MVP award, always such a prestigious honor, and it's becoming clear who that honor is going to be bestowed upon this year.
And with the game he's having, it's hard to envision anybody else winning it.
Now here's Tatum. Cunningham's shot is off. Here's Smooth, covered by Mitchell. Smooth passes to Sabonis. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Sabonis. Here's Smooth. 5 on the clock. Back to Sabonis. Here's Jay. Stolen by Mitchell. Second half of basketball. Just over a minute played so far. Pass break. Here comes the West. Stolen by Tatum. That's a 2 from Cunningham. And it falls over the rim and in. That's 7 points for Cade Cunningham.
You can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And Smooth is going to pick up the foul.
Side out.
That's his 4th foul of the contest.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Got a piece of it.
Well, he just threw that pass up for grabs. I mean, and that's never a good idea.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The West All-Stars have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Good on both.
Their usual strong work at the line has been on display here tonight. Then again, they almost never have an off night at the stripe.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Embiid. Five to shoot. Here's Tatum. West All-Stars with the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Smooth. 33 points for him. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham. And the first one drops. He doesn't get the second one. The East leading by 8. The three from Tatum. It's rebounded by the West. Jay's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. Sabonis the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by the East All-Stars. 17 points was their biggest margin. Giannis kicks to Embiid. Cunningham for 3. And another miss by the East.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Doncic. Over Mitchell. The West again cannot hit. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the strike.
And the free throw, no good.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Smooth checked in for the West. Cunningham, good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 5 assists in the game. The West trails by 10. Here's Smooth, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Smooth's got 9 points in the quarter.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Mitchell against Doncic. The drive by Mitchell. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 16th rebound on the night. And here is Tatum. 11 points in the game. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Mitchell from deep. Connects from three-point range.
Timeout.
Mitchell's got 11.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So it's the West now. They trail by 11. Here's Smooth.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Just a ridiculous dunk there. There aren't many guys who can pull off a throwdown like that.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Embiid. Embiid. Jay with the rebound. The West trails by 9. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Giannis. Jay misses. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
And Antetokounmpo showing his versatility yet again. His dribble moves are virtually unguardable.
Giannis has gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Stolen by Tatum. Stripped away. And the West can't hang on to the ball. Maxey's checked in for the East. The East leading by 11. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Jokic against Embiid. Good defense by Jokic. Embiid's gotten 5 shots in 13 tries. Smooth, that's good. Smooth's got 40 points.
And Jokic is one of the best passing big men in the game. He has a great feel for when to dish the rock. Pass to Antetokounmpo.
There's the lob into the Kumbo. He's got a clear path.
Defensive foul.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the East All-Stars?
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
Edwards, he's checked in for Doncic. Now, here's Maxey. 6 points for him. Giannis kicks to Embiid. Outside Tatum. Pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 5. Pass break. Here comes the West. And the slam dunk by Sabonis.
Sabonis showing you right there. He's a sneaky athlete now getting up top for that alley-oop.
The East leading by 5. Maxey passes to Embiid. Back to Maxey. That's good. That's Embiid with the assist. Embiid's got 3 assists tonight.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Here's Smooth, and he has 42. Pass to Jay. The 3 bangs home the trifecta. Jay's got 11.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Timeout, timeout. Back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The West All-Stars making a switch. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Williamson outside. Pass to Jay, to the paint. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the East All-Stars. 17 points was their biggest margin. Banchero is out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Cunningham. And it's Embiid in its center, locking down the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Gilgeous-Alexander gets to Durant. Kevin Durant, bullseye! Money on the 3.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Maxey with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
Hey, we've seen Maxey take the big jump. Now he's one of the game's best scorers. Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Smooth checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Maxey passes to Banchero. Giannis outside. Banchero is screened for Giannis. 6 to shoot. Wow, Giannis with a strong finish inside.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through.
Here's Smooth. He's covered by Maxey. Smooth misses. The East leading by 7. Now Maxey. From deep, Giannis. Here's Embiid. This is where Embiid wants the ball.
Embiid will eat you alive on the offensive boards. You've got to box that guy out.
Driving in, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Cunningham. Embiid dishes to Cunningham. And here's Maxey. Here's Banchero. The three-pointer off the mark. The West trails by 7. Here's Smooth with the drive. Scores off the crossover. Smooth's got 46 points.
You know, even if this game doesn't go their way, I think he's got to be proud of how he performed tonight.
It's tipped and stolen by Williamson. Pass break, here comes the West.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
The East leading by 3. Maxey passes to Embiid. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. So it's the West now. To the middle. Here's Smooth. He's covered by Banchero. Back to Williamson. Right side, Edwards. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And they double up Maxey. Pass to Cunningham. That shot off. Good D by Williamson. Here's Smooth. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Inside, another steal. Pass break, here comes the West. Oh!
My goodness. Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
Maxey, no good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Smooth. Sinks the triple. Smooth's got 51.
And you know what? He's been on the big stage, guys, and he's been at his absolute best.
And Greg, barring something unforeseen, I mean, I think we know who the All-Star MVP is going to be. He's already got one hand on that trophy.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the East. Mitchell comes in for Maxey. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Jokic has checked in for Williamson. Sabonis comes in for Kevin Durant. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Edwards. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Pass to Smooth. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
As athletic a move as you're going to see right there. Unreal.
How about the hang time on that thing? Wow.
Well, you got to have some hang time if you're going to pull off that 360. And he certainly has some.
Embiid the screen. Here's Tatum. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. Embiid's got 6 assists now in the game. Here's Smooth, covered by Cunningham. Here's Smooth, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Joel Embiid taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Fires at the elbow. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
Yes, sir. Kay Cunningham embracing the role of a leader.
And puts the drive.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Tatum with it. Sabonis defending. Tatum against Jokic. Out of bounds. It'll be the West All-Stars ball.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
Here's Smooth. An easy 2 points on the layup. Smooth's got 59 points.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Cunningham. Front pass the arc. A rebound by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 rebounds in the game. Smooth, that's good.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
The East trail by 5. Sabonis with the steal. Here's Smooth. No good on the 3. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Giannis kicks to Tatum. Here's Cunningham. Off on the layup.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Here's West now. They double him with Cunningham. Pass to Jokic. Some nice passing here by the West. Stolen by Mitchell. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Into the lane. Yes!
And this is the time in the game when you want to go to your stars. Mitchell delivering.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul. 4th team foul. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. .26 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. There's 25 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Offensive rebound. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And you know Embiid wants the ball in these situations. He wants that shot. He wants to come through for his team.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Personal foul. Giannis Antetokounmpo taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. And here are the East All-Stars now. From deep, Antetokounmpo. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And an intentional foul right there.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Got a piece of it. So it's the West All-Stars picking up the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
At this time, direct your attention to center court for the presentation of the most valuable player.
It's going out hot, some in this metaverse. Bankroll, get the loot and the tender. The contender, I am the spender. Capital, cabbage, chips and change. Agua, soil, roots and veins. Keeping it tight, tricks of the trade. You got the power, let me show you the way.
Get rich, it's going up. Get rich, it's going up. Get rich, it's going up. Get rich.